What's up, everybody? What's the deal, man? How y'all doing out there? We got another video coming real live today. And when I mean live, I'm talking in the sense of serious information is going to be. I think what happens with the truth is when it's given, and I know it's not just what we say, it's how we say it. But oftentimes, when you come with that real truth, it's hard to swallow. It's hard to digest. Some things become debatable in the sense of brothers and sisters wanting to inflame their egos. We have pride issues amongst one another where somebody can come with something new, but because you felt like you've been through so much in life in which you have and others have too, and you obtained some things through your losses and your hurt, and you come to a place now in your life which may be quite prominent, that you may just automatically reject somebody that come with something new. That's quite irrefutable. And I think that's what's happening not only with me, but with those that came before me and those that should come after me. And those who are with me now, past, present, and future. That's how this thing works. Everything works off and with time. What was the most important stone out of all the infinity stones? Which was the most important one? The time stone. Because once you got knowledge, once you got intellect, you got charm, you got wisdom, you got charisma, you got money, you can have all these things. But if you don't know how to use it in accordance with time, forget it. Forget it. Trust me. Moving forward. Look. This, a lot of my frustration that I deal with on a daily basis, I think that it comes from me being quite slothful in my speech, meaning, putting forth some truths. However, it got to be done. Like, I have to be timid with it. The reason why, I'll tell you. You ever thought about, all right, first of all, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge reigns supreme. KRS-One said it. And not only because he said it makes it true and validates it to be true, but it's a known fact. I just had to highlight the brother because that's a good dude right there, man, for the most part, and what he did with hip-hop. Okay, but moving forward. Knowledge is power. So if you're giving out all your knowledge, you're losing power. In essence. Now, I don't got no church body. I don't got no crew. I've been ostracized from family. Even my own people, when they see me out on the street, my nose kind of stuffy, so excuse my tone. When they see me out on the street, they heckle, side lipping, always flattering, especially the women. And these are feminized men, without even knowing that we can be of the same tribe and blood, which is something else I got to get into as well. As far as blood, I don't think because we so caught up in making money, nobody studies the importance of blood and what it really means and how it ties back in to the Ancient of Days and true covenants and familyhood. Everybody, it seems that y'all just caught up in money. We got our young ones. As soon as you turn 16, matter of fact 15, go ahead and get a job. So we push our young ones out there to go get a job. Our elders are working, busting their ass, overtime. And then what do we have in the hood? Nothing but fancy cars, fancy clothes, fancy gadgets, TVs, phones. But what about our culture? how enriched is our culture from the ancient of days, traditional ways. How about that? Before you open your mouth and want to talk shit about a brother, I guess it's like, yo. Now a lot of people may say, yo, you were given this knowledge, okay, but this shit came with a price, and it's a weight, it is a burden. But what the book says, thy yoke is easy, right? And the burden is light, which is Light, light. But because I don't have the cooperation of people, I guess it must be because there's something I haven't finessed. It's like there's a disconnect, hence the disparities. So knowledge is power, right? If I give away all my knowledge, what kind of power do I got left? Where I done made an observance to this world that I'm living in and we are living in, where, as I said in the previous video, there's strength in numbers. So if a lot of my brothers and sisters is on that dark side, if they out there with that LGBT, in which a lot of y'all have made compromises in and made that more paramount than what we really got to do as a family. But I guess the family ain't family no more, and they done broke up because y'all over there. That leaves me to beware and do what? So then what? I got to work on being persuasive and trying to. Sometimes I feel like I got to try to seek validation from OGs or people that done put in time, as if I try to downplay them or if I try to make it seem like I'm better than anybody. I never did. I would love to group up with some people. In fact, I said it many a time, not even on camera, but off camera, where I was like, yo, we got too much of an affiliation coast to coast of this conscious community and spirituality. I haven't been pulled up yet. See, although I said, and it's true, I ain't looking for no clout, but with so much going on out here, and I see how detrimental it is and diabolical, and it's like I got this picture of where we ought to be as African people, primarily because that's what I am more than anything else. I say, yo, I want to talk to my brothers and sisters, and I would try to, but it's even hard to get through to them. And another thing is, every time I get heavy into some esoteric knowledge, an interruption always comes. Always. A phone call, some kind of altercation, some type of disturbance. It always comes. About 45 minutes ago, I was in a restaurant talking with some ladies, a group of ladies there. And as soon as I start getting into the mix, here come two people, a guy and a woman walking through the door, in which I think they were patrons or whatever, friends and whatnot. And though, here comes the hugging and everybody. It was like a separation automatically. There it goes again. Every time the word comes out and that truth, here comes something. That's how I know we living with something out here. But I came to bring you something with this video. I just got a message that I got 10% battery life left. So let me kind of wrap this up and be a little candid and frank. Let's get into the meat of it. All right? Look. We have so much power as African people, but that's where the real fight is. I see what's happening with the use of time from my Jewish brothers and my Italian brothers, or I would have to say the Jewish people and the Italian people, because yes, at the end of the day, we all family, but there's something going on where there is tension, jealousy, and envy, which is also written in one of my poems that I'm actually wrapping up right now to publicize a book, or rather publish a book. Let me just put it in simpler terms, right? Don't try to get all sick as if I'm trying to show off a vernacular. Anyway, I'm in the wrapping up of that. And like I said, I see how they use time. This is working off of a military mindset. I see it. And constantly what happens is that they try to intimidate. That's all it is. Is an intimidation type of scheme. Is an intimidation game that they're playing with us. And because a lot of us are not fortified or strong enough to stand on our square, we get caught up, we make compromises, and boom, we feel like that's it. It's over. But it's not, brothers and sisters. I'm here to tell you, go ahead and get your power back. Now, a lot of people, here's what they do. Because they got a lot of y'all so wrapped up, they using y'all to come at me. Where they think that I'm falling for the tricks. Where I can remember, as I stated this one time, that when I was first coming out, talking about the vegan and the plant-based life, I went hard on that. I did that. But now here I am back into the ways of the world. Why? A lot of y'all don't even question, don't even think, because y'all don't got time for that. Y'all just got time for drinking, sucking, y'all know what else, money making, and all of this. Anyway, let me continue, because I'll be ready to burn a lot of y'all up, especially let me continue to go, man. Let me continue to go. So they put y'all, I'm at odds and variance with y'all, because it's like they got y'all under that control. When I done told y'all to do the fast, I did my fast. I'm somewhere else. I may be, I'm walking amongst y'all, but on a spiritual level, it's different. So there's different, in other words, there are different allowances that are given. Okay? And not because I don't got on the fanciest clothes that I'm not of such stature. We have so much mind developing to do, brothers and sisters, and this is exactly why. Feel how you want to feel when I say this, but this is why I have an inkling. You hear me? Associated with an appeal to European women. And because they got the knowledge through their fathers. This is a man's world, brothers and sisters. Everything comes from the father and goes back to the father inevitably. Because the head of the man is the creator. Which ought to be. Some of y'all done sold out. And I'm talking to people of all color. The head of the woman is the man. The woman certainly has her job. And don't try to put this or flip it in the sense as if the man is more powerful than the woman. It's not about that. I ain't looking to talk that so I can bring separation, because you can't have one without the other. But in regards to what I just said, that's just ordinance. That is just simply ordinance. Anybody who try to scramble that or rebuttal, they with the beast. That's all I gotta say. Because that's exactly what's happening. Because a lot of us African people are so, many of us, although they got some masters out there, some master elders and teachers, which is why I get kind of hurt as to what I'm going through. But I know it got to be some trials and tribulations, and I'm going through my initiation, and I got to see something at the end of this tunnel. I feel like I went through another course. I got through with the fasting that I did, and I was going heavy on the plant-based semen retention. I did that. Celibacy, it wasn't lusting woman. Still don't lust woman, but because I have been depriving myself of such, which is also circumstantial by not having certain things in place, especially money, because once you got the money, you can get damn near whatever you please. And I don't get into that, because that's not the kind of man I am. And even if or when I get some paper, it ain't, or I get money, capital, it ain't going down like that. I don't care what nobody's say. And if it does, this is how tapped in I'm into the spiritual world, brothers and sisters. Y'all see how, for those who have been watching me and following, y'all see how I move in this. It's just that I've been reluctant to try to be this group motivator, this MC for the people and the masses, because there's things that I have been watching something inside me instinctively been telling me to wait, be patient. Because it's not just about you trying to reach a level of stardom without learning the basics first. Eat your breakfast, youngin. I don't think a lot of people are not catching on as to what's taking place with time. Let's say if I was a good rapper or singer and I come out with an album today, how long y'all think that album is gonna last before it get watered down? Because we've been so caught up, y'all, and we've been so used and abused that manipulated that when you put something out now, okay, we got it, it's there, boom. Okay, where's your next project? Yo, when can I get that next hit? It's like drugs. We see what's happening out here with time. And please don't get involved with all that crazy spookism. I'm trying to help y'all and let y'all know all this conspiracy about AI, this, that, and the third, that's all bogus, y'all. It's a distraction to keep us away from what we ought to have, ascertain, obtain, and just master. The time is up for the wicked, but a lot of us still giving into it because we are fearful. And I know it's that devil is very deceitful, very. Know how to use the woman too. Matter of fact, in the book, ain't that, the devil went on to the woman first, right? You gotta watch some of these sisters out here, brothers. I haven't had sex in a long time, but trust me, I ain't no fool. I may look at a woman and look like what I see on her voluptuous body, her nice body, her curves, and her all that. But I ain't no sucker. I ain't no simp, with or without money. Trust me. It's just that I'm learning what's happening, and I'm trying to learn law in my doings. Meaning what I go through and what I indulge in. Because being deprived of it for so long, deprivation leads to desperation. It's a test, but I don't get caught up out there like that. Trust me. Every once in a while, I feel my body go through something. When I see a woman that I like, that I see potential in, and I would like to have, and then I got to start thinking on things. Like my mind start mathematically try to like equate or rather evaluate what's what. And this heavy, man. This heavy, man. This shit. Like I don't know who signed me up. I didn't sign myself up for what I'm going through, but anyway, moving forward. Like I said, let me get right back before it closes out, because I'm sure I'm running on down on this battery. When it gets down to 10%, it may work a little faster. So look, this is going out to the Incas as well. My Italian brothers, my Jewish. I see what y'all do with time and how y'all use it to manipulate people, how to try to instill fear in them. I walked out the restaurant. I saw how you walked beside me when I came out in such a way to let me know that you there. You think I care? In fact, you annoy me. The sad part about it is that I caught wind. That a lot of y'all just want to see. It's like that's y'all ticket out of this third dimensional plane, or this is y'all ticket. That'll be a ticket off Earth. Well, some of y'all just done with it. Y'all just want to get put out. You ain't gonna get me to do it like that. I'm not the crazy, stupid, belligerent type. I'm so tapped in now to the point where there's a guy who does he does the weathering on Channel 7 News, something Sal or Sal something. I had an altercation with one of his family members. Right there on it was on Liberty in 80, I think it was Liberty in 86, or maybe a little further down. I had an altercation with his brother. They think I didn't notice that. I'm beginning to identify tribes and Aalites and families, and when you look at the bone structure, when you look at the eyes, everything tells. There's nothing hidden out here. It's just that we have to unwrap. or discover. And even the time, that same day, I had an altercation with the brother out there, the Italian dude, and I went on out to Manhattan. I seen the guy walk right by me from Channel 7 News, the weather reporter. He looked at me in such a way like, I peeped it. I feel the energy, man. Like, I'm here, y'all. I was like, I don't know what people want me to do. And what I'm supposed to do it all by myself? What the hell am I? This is crazy. We got so caught up with religion and all this nonsense. With all respect, dude, that it's listen. The time is a different day and time, brothers and sisters. In fact, we have to rewrite history because it's not about reliving it. And dang, yo, look, I get very upset by what I see out there, and I know there's people who are above me, who's of righteousness, that's getting upset too. They watching me. And because a lot of people who don't know no better, they are getting uh they are getting used by the beast because of their ignorance. They are getting swindled, but I don't think a lot of people get it. A lot of people are just living mundane lives, and that's the whole thing. Listen, I give thanks for life. I sure do, and the support that I have been receiving, which in part is why I'm still here today. And to have jumped back into the world to try to talk about people, because when you indulge in certain substances or whatnot, it lowers your energy down. Because if the energy too high, you can hurt people just off sight. Some of y'all may not even know about that. And some people may laugh, be like, "Yo, what the hell he talking about?" And if you got so much of a big mouth, come and talk to me. Send me a message. Comment on this right here, and I'll tell you what's up. And if you can follow through and you can make it to where I made it, you gonna see. You gonna see. Anyway, I just want people to know. I know it's easier said than done to drop all the fears, but you have to. In fact, I'll give it to you like this. There are some things. In fact, how could I put this? I know that my Jewish brothers, some of my Jewish brothers and Italian brothers, those of the European descent, the whole European descent, man, all your European men, okay, for the fact of the matter, they know that I know what's up. They know that I know about that so-called bug, in which there's like which is also known to be like a controlled substance or controlled device, something to help you be manipulated, brothers and sisters. Whereas you may see them, they may do certain things to mess with your mind because remember, the brain and the gut is connected. So was there ever a time where you saw one where he tried to act out in such a way and you felt something in your gut kind of jump or move? Because they know how to manipulate that. The mind and the gut is connected. So we got to become more strong-minded, and envelop willpower. Some people may think, well, if that's what it is, how come you can't stop smoking? Like I said earlier, I'm on another level, and I'm not boasting, but it's just a fact. And if I do smoke, I smoke in measure. And if I seem to overindulge, that's because I guess that just goes with part of the algorithm. And there's just some things that some people won't get. And this is exactly why it's so important to have that strong circle with those who you can build with and relate with, where y'all already know you speak certain things. Some things you don't even gotta speak. You can just be off of eye contact, and it's like that between y'all. And that's how you make real strong moves, become real movers and shakers in this world. I need my circle. I ain't selling out. I'm not that kind, man. But I see where I'm being pressured or I'm being forced to try to really go up somebody's head, man. It's gonna take a minute before it gets there. Or some stupidity. I don't move like that. I'm no child like that, man. Ain't no child. But I can see it. Trust me, brothers and sisters. European dudes, they know more of us is getting the knowledge. If away, they tired of it, so they want to be put out. They want us to do it. But I ain't drawing blood like that. Not under that auspice. Because it ain't about drawing blood. We had enough of that. But if it has to happen, it has to be by the decree of the Most High. So stand by for my next video when I talk about the real essence and the meaning of blood. Which I'm going to go into blood type. Because blood, that's life fluid. Blood is in everyone, which means there are family associations with blood types. That has to be protected. And if one thing happens to one person, it happens to another. It's like a butterfly effect. Some of y'all don't even know about that because y'all not into the knowledge of science or even spiritual science, to be more collaborative. And I'm not really mad at you. I'm mad at the situation. So if you feel a way when I speak, you think I'm mad at you or whatever, it's not that. I'm really mad at the situation. Now, I'll get upset at people, but at the end of the day, it's really about the situation that we're all in. And this is where you get tested. The masters check your temperaments in addition to other things. So, drop all the fear. There's going to be some things that frustrate us. We got to learn how to maneuver around that and build. With our brothers and sisters, build with your circle. And become build a strong union. And have some alliance. You know what I'm saying? And for those who keep trying to test me to see if I'm for my people or this and that and the third, man, to hell with y'all, man.
Yeah, I thought it was.
To hell with y'all, man.
A little crowded in here.
Just because I said I have an appeal towards women of all color, especially the Europeans. What you think? I'm going. What y'all think? Because I said that, I'm gonna be because she got this, she got that, or I could get this, I could get the good credit. You think I'm on that vibe? Bugging, man. Y'all tripping. I'd have been did that if that's the case, man. I just don't talk everything that I go through in the suggestive languages and advancements that be sent to me on a subliminal level. I want to get with my sister, but I'm in so much of a predicament where it's like, all right, first of all, I carry this bag around with me, in which I got this phone resting on right now. So what I'm gonna do, sister, let's go on a date. I'm pulling up to a spot with the bag. Do she even have the temperaments and the finesse and the skill set to be like, yo, that's a brother that's going somewhere, and I know what he's dealing with. There's continuing to be subversive talk of him. People always got something to say because they childish, they haters, they miserable. Will she be able to deal with that? That's what it is too. That's what's going on out here. Who got the strength to deal with that? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, peace, love, and light, y'all. Don't worry about these Jewish and Italian dudes. I just gave it up to y'all and I told y'all. They just work on intimidation. That's all it is. They intimidate. And they're going to continue to do that and I guess win over on some things as long as you don't have this developed to know how to finesse that and eradicate that. We don't got to deal with them in such a way where we got to, yo, it's a new day and time. The prophecy is up. It's been up. But like I said, you know what? A lot of us have been dealt with wrong contractually and consensually as to where we were coerced. But even if that's the case, guess what? They did wrong onto you. That's like the things that people be out here talking about with foods. How they put this kind of ingredient and that kind of ingredient in there. Well, look, if there's ingredients in there that you don't really know about, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to eat it. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, there's something that you go to eat, right? That's packaged. And that's another thing. There's nothing wrong with packaged foods, okay? Because if you come out with a certain recipe and you want to sell it out to the masses, you're gonna put it in packages. If it has to be preserved by some kind of way, right? Which is normally through a freezer or a fridge. So we need to stop all this crazy skepticism and all this nonsense that's messing up our heads. Anyway, you come out with something, you're gonna want to put it out there and sell it, right? But let's just say on the package, they're giving you the list of ingredients, but it might be something else that's in there that some people don't know about. Well, guess what? Here's how the spiritual world works. When you get clean or it passes through your body, whatever ingredient or what has been done onto you, this is also going in what can be done onto you without you even knowing. If you know what recompense really means and how you come about receiving your recompense and your justification for wrongdoing by those people who may put ingredients in your food, who without you knowing, or who may be doing you wrong. You know, they have you in such a way contractually, or you have been coerced. They were the ones that was wrong. This is exactly why I post what I post a long time ago about who's the real sinner, the producer or the consumer, the seller or the buyer. Because a lot of people get taken advantage of for not knowing. But however, it takes two to play the game. That's why the book talks about you should be destroyed for lack of knowledge. But if you have been abused and coerced in such a criminalistic way, you're going to receive your duties when you fight for your rights, man, and you get your power back and stop dealing with the bullshit shenanigans. Look, that's all I got to say, y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all grab something from this video and you spread the word, man. Peace, love, and light, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Ashe.